वाह देर होगी। एक भी बोतल आगे चला था यार, एक दो तो आई भी थे।
and special good morning to all. It's overcast, but there's a little bit of sun coming through. Much better than a few days ago when it was raining with flood.
Could have been easily at Old Trafford. So Monaco starts the first semi-final. Of course, it's not the loser goes up because they get a chance to play again in the final. We decide the third and fourth position. Monaco stars Miku Eagles. Miku Eagles qualifying easily, but upset in the game yesterday against Central Catch Trees. Good morning to you, Greg. We've got a very nice day.
Good morning, Reds, and good morning, viewers. Yes, it's going to shape out to be a good day today. So the match Monaco versus Miku Eagles should be a cracker of a game.
Yes, well, here's hoping we don't have any more on and off. Let's see who's been happy with the toss. Kristen Shallery from Monrepo and Darren Sammy, the captain of
Miku Eagles. Let's join our match referee, John Calix, for the toss.
Pleasant morning to you, viewers. It's semi-finals day from the Darren Sammy Stadium, the Dream 11 T10 Blast. Our semi-final team for the first game are Miku and Monrepo. We have our captains, Darren Sammy from Miku and Christian Shallery from Monrepo. Darren is the home team and he's tossing.
It's a head.
It's a head, so
You will bat after I will bat after you.
What's the official position?
Well, they will bat first, and we play in a very good team. When we started the tournament, that is the position we wanted to get to. That's step number one achieved. So it's about getting from one report today.
This is one you can't afford to mismanage.
I think none of the teams right now is the knockout stages. It's good to see the boys from the East battling, but eventually I would want to win. So my boys are ready, and I know Monrepo is ready as well.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
Christian, your team so far appears to be picking at the right time.
Yeah, I think well, it's another must-win game. We're going to be doing our best. We've planned well, and it's just a matter of executing well. Today, that it's a knockout game.
Talk to us about the composition of the team today. Any changes?
No, it's the same team. We believe that we've had a good team throughout. Couple mishaps, but that's no fault of the team. It's just a bit more training for the guys. I think that our team so far has been good enough to carry us through.
Is there more pressure on your team because you have a very well-balanced team, a very experienced team, and a lot is expected of your team today?
No pressure. That's what I always preach to the guys. It's a game after all. The most important thing is to enjoy it when it's all said and done. So I think everyone should just go out and do their part. And I think if everyone does their part, we should be fine. Because like you said, we have a well-balanced team.
All the best.
Thank you.
So as you heard, the toss going the way of Miku Eagles, and Darren Sammy deciding that Monrepo would bat first. Christian Shallery and Darren Sammy spinning the toss, but that's Greg Wilson, the former St. Lucia and Windward's batsman. Greg, looking at the four, would that have been what you were probably predicting to be the last four?
Yes, Red, these are the four best teams in the tournament. Yeah, I did pick these four to make it to the semi-finals.
Right, so interesting day yesterday where the Eagles lost, but we can look at in the makeup, the batting department of Monrepo, who will in fact bat first. Maybe we can analyze their batting and bowling, Greg.
Yes, well, the captain, Christian Shallery, is at the top of the order. They would certainly be dependent on Ron Lesmore, who had a good cameo yesterday. Craig Emmanuel, who has loads of experience, has played for the Windwards.
And in the runs yesterday.
Yes, Hazel Shallery was not contributed too much with the bat, but he has loads of experience and he can come good at any time. You have Shadrach Descat, who's no slouch with the bat, and Sabinas Emmanuel, who has not done much with the bat this year. So there are quite a few batters, at least 6 batters that are reliable. Even Kevin Augustine, who they could depend on to make a valuable contribution.
And the Meikle's Eagles' strength, well, we've seen that Merlin Sammy has bailed them out on a couple of occasions.
Yes, Merlin Sammy, as you indicate, the past 2 games you've really built them up. You have Sherwin Charles and Mervyn Wells, the 2 openers who have sort of fell off the ball a bit. Gavin Siri was not done much with the bat. Captain Darren Sammy was not done much with the bat as well. So there are quite a few batters, competent batters in the lineup as well. So it should make for a good competitive game.
Would you say, Greg Wilson, that Monrepo bats deeper than the Meikle Eagles?
Yes, Monrepo and Swissville, looking at the 4 teams in the tournament, in terms of depth in the batting, they would have more depth in the batting than the Meikle Eagles.
Right, we have had a number of matches played on this square. This pitch has had a couple of matches too. How you expect the pitch to be playing? This is the day before the final. It's had a lot of work on it.
Well, we've seen the bounce, very consistent bounce, good carry. Should be good for both bowling and batting. It's just a good cricket wicket, I would say.
And as the players come out, I think we can see a tinge of green to the right. And maybe those are the 2 pitches right now being prepared by Ken Crafton. Because as we heard yesterday, no press release from the West Indies board, but local knowledge says that the test match comes up on the 10th of June, and the West Indies will play practice matches here. South Africa, as far as I understand this morning, they are supposed to leave Johannesburg about
the 28th of May and fly to Paris and then on to St. Martin and then on to St. Lucia. But that is to come. And the good news also that the West Indies are now ranked 6, which is encouraging. The victory, Greg, over Bangladesh has gained us some points and up the ladder.
Yes, it was a good performance over in Bangladesh, although some of the more regular players were not available, but those who went across really give a good account of themselves.
Yes, and the selectors have stayed with them. They'll be up against maybe a higher standard of cricket against the coming tours of South Africa and Pakistan. They will be tested, but I think just have to wait and see how they handle themselves. Let's see how Christian Shallery will handle himself as he faces his namesake. And that's why Hazel Shallery. Starting from the commentary box, and let's welcome all our friends in India. Very good evening to you, and we wish the people of India a very safe time. We pray for the people of India, as we've been praying for the people of St. Vincent Grenadines, where the volcano has been quite quiet in the last week. They got cricket this weekend. Their 6th franchise will compete. So Shallery and strike, Monrepo sent in. Shallery goes in, short delivery, lifting delivery. And again, just to back up what you said, Craig, we talked about lift, talked about good bounce. Even on the day before the final, tomorrow, the liveliness is definitely there.
The wickets have been relayed yet, and I find they are even much more pacier now than they were before.
Yes, we'll come back to that in a moment. Sammy has gone to slip. Very aggressive captaincy. Shallery balls, and that's top edge down to 6 franchise will compete. Shallery and strike. Monrepo
Charlie goes in, short delivery, lifting delivery. Again, just to back up what you said, Craig. We talked about lift, talked about good bumps. Even on the day before the final tomorrow, the liveliness is definitely there. The wickets out there. Much more easier now than they were before. Yes, we'll come back to that in a moment. Sammy is going to slip. Very aggressive captaincy. As Charlie goes, and that's down to 6 franchise.
This is the sort of start that Captain Darren Sammy would have wanted.
And Christian Charlie was in the runs up to yesterday. They had a pretty good opening stand.
Yes, yesterday he certainly was among the runs and he would have wanted to contribute for his team today, but that wasn't to be.
So they did in fact cross. They did in fact cross. And it's going to be Lesmond to move forward and clipping that down to his backward front. He was on the front foot. Again, we want to say a very special welcome to all carrying this locally to our friends in India. So we hope everyone will be safe. And a very special welcome to Sportsmax in an audience this morning. A new one that's hit high down to third man, but that clears the third man again, getting onto the front foot. But Lesmond making much more baton to it, hitting that high into the little breeze, so to speak. And the total goes to 6 without loss. Definitely very much on the attacking. For a moment, it looked like it was just curving away into the wind, but it dropped fairly safely.
A similar delivery, similar shot, and for a moment his heart would have been in his mouth, Reds.
Shalry 4 deliveries, and that's strokes, and that's over the head of the square cover. Just too many balls being hit in the air. But again, the outer part of the bat as he got onto the front foot and he just cleared the head of cover. Maybe a taller fieldsman might have just been able to pull it in. So 10 for 1. Is all 10. Craig Emanuel, who is very aggressive, hit a number of sixes yesterday in a winning cause. They won very easily. He's a non-striker and looking to get onto the front foot again. And then on. That's the end of the opening over. And I would think that Darren Sammy is very happy that he's seen the back of Christian Salary. Monrepo 10 for 1. And the aggressive Emmanuel being strike.
Yes, 10 of the first over. The sort of rate the teams really would want to start with, Reds, but on this occasion, losing the wickets of the captain, Christian Shari. So after the first over, I think Darren Sammy certainly would be the happier of the two captains.
Now, in the past matches, Craig Emanuel has gone hard from first ball. I think he needs to just adjust the
approach a little differently. Maybe the most experienced batter on the team. I think he has to bat with a sense of responsibility. Really cannot go too hard and lose his wicket too early. And that will depend on him if they have to get a very competitive total. So it's going to be Edwards with the spin there. Big appeal, turn down. Push forward to a delivery there. Played for St. Lucia, played for the Woodwards. The Emmanuel family has had a number of cricketers. Beg your pardon. Looking to the drive and beating off the outer part of the bat, getting it down towards backward point. Rung looks in pretty good order. It's fast outfield. And Edwards walking first. and beating the square cover. This is going to be a touch and go, and going over the boundary for an important boundary for the Monroe Stars. I would think they need to be 100 plus if they can be competitive against the Eagles.
Well, certainly we have seen in the group stages, right, especially from Tuesday, teams scoring in the 90s or just a little over 100. Those scores are chased down very easily. So Morepo Stars will not feel comfortable with a score below 100.
Well, there seems to be a little injury here. Seems to be winded. I'm not.
Travis Gifford, right? In giving chase to the delivery, saw him just pulling up before he got to the rope, so it looked like some sort of hamstring injury.
Yes, it'll be the second who suffered that. We saw him go after the ball and then maybe slowed when he probably felt the little pull. So it'll be a loss to Miku to have one of their players carrying that kind of injury. That's flicked down the leg side, but no wide call, making contact with the pad, obviously. We felt we've had too many wides in this competition, although it has improved. Edwards bowled, Tarek Edwards with solid defensive shot there by the all-rounder. Father played. His uncle played. He has played. And right now we're missing one of the managers who have played.
He has a cousin who played up.
Yeah. So a little hold up as Sammy makes the adjustments. Overcast, just lost the sun momentarily as Tarek Edwards comes in, and that's played nicely away. This nice wristy shot. Gets a single. Everyone counts. 14 for 1. We have had 2 of us completed. And again, we welcome all in St. Lucia to Calabash TV. And they've done a very good job in their pictures and all the innovations of the toss and interviewing the captains and so forth. Replays. Special welcome to viewers in India and in Jamaica. Greg, 2 of us go on 15 for 1.
Yes, the end of a very tight over there by Tarek Edward, continuing to bowl very economical in the tournament, just giving away some 5 in the overs. So a very good start by the spinner.
So it's going to be Darius Sami himself. Hasn't bowled a lot in this competition. Maybe Roland Cox can tell me how many balls he's had.
First ball,
none. Yeah. So deciding to come in himself. So Sami from the commentary box in, short and digs it in, and the well picked up. I think when certain about the shot, he picked up the length right, he picked up the height of the ball right, and hit it beautifully into the Johnson Charles stand. So scored it quite quickly already. He moves to 11. Emmanuel Lesmond is 10. And it's 1 for 21 off 2.1.
Yes, shot ball by Darren Sammy on this occasion, right? But really does not have this sort of pace to trouble. Craig Emmanuel got into position very quickly and just dispatched this one through the square leg area into the Johnson Charles, as you did indicate for 6.
Is he maybe bowling because the very man who has been hurt is part of the bowling attack?
Yes, Travis Gifford is one of his bowlers, and as Travis Gifford certainly has pulled up with an injury, so he's looking to perhaps put in the quota of overs.
Expecting to bowl, and that's a top edge, and
International scorer who's done a wonderful job over the years, personally improving. And we have Clivus Jules, a voice breaking into commentary, that's back and cutting, cut well, but needed maybe just to play it a little later to beat the backward point. So 25 for 1. The question is whether Sammy will bowl a second over.
Only time will tell, but Sammy
out of the playing area and maybe towards the car park. Someone's gone over in previous matches, but just too short. I think he had to be trying to pitch it up to force him to drive. He can only, if it's pitched up, you can go through mid-off, you can go through mid-on, you go through extra cover, but you have so many options. So Emmanuel already is wasted 21, and the total has climbed very quickly. 1 for 31, 2.5 overs bowled.
Yes, good little partnership between these two Reds. Some 41 of just 15 deliveries, and the last 6 struck there by Craig Emmanuel. That's 205 so far in the tournament.
205 sixes, keeping score
of wides and sixes and no balls. Emmanuel gets a delivery that kicks in
slightly. He was onto the front foot just to ease the bottom hand. So he made a good contribution to the Bunrapo batting. Seems to be quite happy at number 3. And Lesman now coming to strike 10. 1 for 30, 1 for 32. We've got 3 overs completed. And hitting exactly about 10 and over.
Yes, 10.6.
7, the current rate. A very productive over for the Monrepo Stars. Some 17 runs coming off the last over.
So, Derek Edwards, who has done well starting the innings and looking to play a very dangerous shot there. And delivery coming in very close to the line of the stump. And looking to cut, didn't have any room to use his hands. Sammy is slipping, is a pretty good catcher still at that.
सबरी बड़ लगता है कोविड के लिए बैठा लग रहा है नहीं करे करी कमेंट्री करी करा बता क्या करा बता अरे यार मुझे नहीं पता क्यों मिल रहा है still compelling in League One.
And he gets forward and runs that down to the point area. But Craig Bradford was, Emmanuel was looking for a single which was not there. So Sammy, 2 overs, it was cost 22 so far, 1 ball to come, and then Clivis Jules will pick up the commentary. Good evening, India. Good afternoon, Jamaica. That's down the leg side on wide call. So it's not over yet. 4.5. Partnership on 42. This is the second time Dream 11 are sponsors this year. Where St. Vincent only has 6 franchise. St. Lucia has allowed 10. Sammy on his way. The length is next side, pushed out in the onside. Sammy goes after it, and that will complete the 5th over. So you might make a note of it. After 5 overs, Bon Repos sent into bat of 43 for 1 in this semi-final. Emmanuel is 28. Desmond is on 15, 43 more from Greg Wilson, and then it will be Clivis Jules.
Yes, at the halfway start stage, the Monrepo Stars, one would say that they pretty much have a platform to which they could really launch an assault, having lost just 1 wicket in the process, and with the current rate at 8.6, they certainly would want to get it closer to 10 and 11. Welcome this morning, Clivis Jules.
Good morning to you, Greg Wilson, and good morning to our viewers. A good platform for the Monrepo Stars having been sent in by Darren Sammy and the Miku Eagles. And it will be Lance Sammy, the informed Lance Sammy. He's had a very good tournament with the ball. He will take up the attack from the players' pavilion end and will be bowling to Rohan Lesmore. A delivery that is short outside of stump, a little too far on this occasion. And a wide signal there by the umpire. The score moves on by 1 to 44. A very good partnership between Lesmore and Emmanuel as Sammy comes in the full, and this one is hit high and hard over the wide mid wicket, and 6 more to Lesmore. The total moves on by 6 to 50, so 50 comes up for the Monrepo Stars with in the 6th over, Greg.
Yes, good. Lusty blow there struck by Rohan Lesmore, hitting towards the winner.
Again, and this time he's played on, looking for another one out towards mid-wicket and coming off the inside edge and onto the stump. He's played on, bowled by Lansami. Lansami continue his good form with the ball for the Miku Eagles, Greg.
Yes, Lansami, the man with the golden arm, introduced into the attack and has made the early breakthrough there for Captain Darren Sammy. So Rohan Lesmore not contributing not seeing the sort of fireworks we saw from him yesterday. It was more of a measured innings today, but 21 of 12, still a good, valuable contribution from him.
Always a valuable contribution from Lesmore. 21 from 12, a strike rate of 175. Not bad at all. He was sent in to do a job. He's not the regular opener. As a matter of fact, yesterday was the first time he opened in the competition, and it worked. And if it's not broken, Monrepo didn't fix it. They had him again today and contributing 21. A solid partnership with Craig Emmanuel. The two putting on 50 for the second wicket for Monrepo. And his departure brings the left-handed Shadrach Descat to the wicket, and he will be facing up to Lansami. Lansami continuing his rich vein of form, and this delivery is pitched up and driven out towards a long off and finds Tariq Gabriel. They come through for a single. Some acrobatics from Craig Emmanuel to avoid being hit there.
Yes, certainly had to get out of the way very quickly. This one was firmly struck in his direction. And Lansami will continue to Craig Emmanuel. He's batting on 26. The score is 51 for 2. We're in the 6th over, 5.3 overs bowled. A very good platform for the Monrepo Stars. And Craig Emmanuel is showing some maturity. He showed that yesterday, and he's doing so again today. Shot outside off and cut out towards the fielder on the point boundary. One bounce to him. Winell Felix is in for the injured Travis Gifford. One bounce to him and a good return. They come through for just a single. Brings Descat back on strike. A good shot outside of some very measured innings from Craig Emmanuel. Yes, well played. But on this occasion, pick the fielder on the deep boundary.
Sammy comes into Descat short, and Descat picks him up with the wind. The fielder settles on that. Can he? He does. Winner Felix, there's not enough on this one. Too much elevation and not the distance. The wind helped as well, and it went to Winner Felix on the boundary.
That's another breakthrough again. This over by Lansami. Second wicket he has picked up in this over on this occasion. Descat hitting with the wind, but there was the elevation, but certainly not the distance. Perhaps it was not properly timed, but a well-judged catch by Winell Felix on the boundary.
Very well judged. He was just inside the rope. He looked before he picked up that catch, and Shadrach Descat is not making a major contribution today for the Monrepo Stars, and 52 for 3. He came in and he's bowled really, really well. He's taken 2 for 9 from 5 balls, and Craig Emmanuel will be on strike. The batsman crossed whilst the ball was hit. Craig Emmanuel on strike to Sammy, and
कट बोल नहीं यार कोई बोलते नहीं खेलना